You're watching continuing coverage of the World Healthcare Congress 2012. I'm very pleased to welcome to the studio today Professor Mohammed Yunus, who is founder of the Grameen Bank and has now focused his interests in Grameen Health. Thank you so much for being here, Professor. You've broken all the rules in banking, and you've really told people that you can do it a different way. Now you're looking at Grameen Health and trying to do that in the healthcare sector. How can the same model be applied to health?
It's not one after another. It's actually simultaneously started. When we started Grameen Bank, we saw the pitiable condition of the health care for the poor people. So we tried to address that in our own capacity as a microfinance organization. We encourage them to dig a hole and use it as a latrine first so that they don't excrete out in the open. And then gave them loan to have sanitary toilet so that each Grameen household has a sanitary toilet. And then we encourage them to grow vegetable and eat vegetables so that they can stop the night blindness among the children. Then we encourage them to have a tube well so that they have a pure drinking water. So it's simultaneously going on. And gradually we got moved into the healthcare more in a separate way because it's becoming such a big enterprise itself. And then we created it as what we call as a social business. Business to solve problems rather than make money. So we didn't want to do it as a charity program. We wanted to make sure it's a sustainable program. It's a business by itself. But by the word business, you think somebody's making money. That's the traditional way of thinking about business. We said, no, this is a business of different kind. This is a non-dividend company to solve a problem. Owners don't take any dividend. Company makes money. Money stays with the company. The whole purpose of the company is to solve problems. So we created many of those enterprises. Some are kind of preventive type, some are curative type. We created a social business for eye care hospital, so cataract operation. So we have a whole hospital capable of having 10,000 cataract operation per year. And it's all run as a social business. We charge fees for the people who can afford it, and we make money, and cross-subsidize for the poor people who get it free. So that the whole hospital covers all its costs. And it's so successful, the first hospital, then we created the second hospital. And the second hospital also is now in break-even point, so they cover all the costs. So we are going for the third and the fourth hospitals. And then we have many other companies like the Grameen Danone company to bring yogurt fortified with all the micronutrients which are missing in the malnourished children. So we encourage the children to eat it, make it very cheap so that even the poorest child can eat it. And this is a social business. Danone is not going to take any profit out of it. Grameen doesn't want to take any profit out of it. The whole purpose of the company is to remove the malnutrition situation in Bangladesh.
Was Danone initially concerned or confused about the proposition of going in and doing social business? So what was
in the beginning, we have to explain to them, but immediately they responded very positively. They had not a slightest hesitation in doing that. Once they understood what it is, they said, we are with you, we'll do that. And they created this special yogurt. They call it most powerful yogurt in the world because it's a tiny little yogurt cup, but it does this wonderful job for the children, malnourished children. And then we created a company as a joint venture with Adidas to produce shoes which will cost under €1 so that people don't go barefoot. Everybody can afford to have shoes so that they can protect themselves from parasitic diseases. We have joint venture with the Japanese company called Uniqlo, which is a large company in Japan, to produce sanitary napkin for women in the villages. Villages, women don't use any napkins, so they use dirty clothes and have lots of infections and so many problems. So we create a very special kind of napkin, very cheap, reusable. One sanitary napkin will take you for a year. So it costs very little, so that you can feel comfortable and clean and so on and so forth. So there are lots of those social businesses we have been created alongside, particularly one with Veolia, to bring clean water in the villages because our water is arsenic contaminated and it's a very high level of poison contamination and people suffer with that. So we created this water company to do that so that people don't have to take the contaminated water and have a clean water.
These companies, when you do approach them, of course these are terrific examples. What do you say that they need to consider if they do want to be involved in a social business in a place like Bangladesh?
One interesting thing is I have not approached them. They approached me. So the proposal came from them, and I'm giving them an idea how we can do that,
What
and they're
is
very
needed.
what is needed, and they're very excited in each case to do that. So there is a tremendous amount of goodwill among the companies to do that. It
But
doesn't cost much. It's
and
very
you
low.
don't call it charity.
No,
You
it's
call
a
it
business. It's a business. It's a business. You get your money back. Only you don't take dividend after that. After you got your money, investment money back, you don't take any money out of this company. Company is sustainable. It keeps on doing things, and it's your company. You own it.
Yes.
So it's a great pleasure that you're solving a problem by extending your technology, your knowledge. What you have really done, you extended your technology. I cannot prepare that yogurt. I have no technology, but Danone has the technology. I cannot make those sanitary napkins. But the Uniqlo know how to do that.
They're the experts.
They're the experts. They did it. But until they got into social business, they had no idea that they can do things for people. So once they see that, they get very excited themselves. That yes, we have the power to touch people's lives. It's much more interesting, much more fun.
Powerful.
Powerful
Absolutely.
in touching people's lives. Things which were not solved before, now suddenly it gets solved. And if you can solve it for 100 people, you know how to solve it for 1,000,000 people, because the same thing is repeated, that's all.
Certainly your story is very inspiring to others. May I ask, what inspires you?
When you see the result, that's very inspiring. Immediately you cannot walk away. It's such an inspiring thing to see, that when you see a child which was sick, which was skinny, malnourished, a couple of months, 4 months, 5 months down the road, you see the kid is now running around and mother is complaining, I cannot control this kid, and you know that something is working for him. So this is a very satisfying thing to see. Mother is very proud of this child now, that the child is going around. It's very difficult to manage the child. I don't know where he disappears all the time. Previously sitting there crying all the time. Now that difference, the way mother feels proud, mother feels happy, similar, that feeling comes to you, that you did something which made this happen, and you feel very happy. You see, making money is a happiness, of course, but making other people happy is a wonderful happiness, which you will not feel it until you have done it. Once you make other people happy, you become so happy. So that's what inspires you.
Very good. Thank you so much. Well, it certainly sounds like the kind of business most people will want to be involved with.
I'm sure that everybody would like to do that.
Thank you, Professor Yunus, for your time.
Thank you.
And I'm Mabel Jung. Thanks for watching.